Right. In my previous session, some of the interview questions we discussed, right? A few more Redux related kind of interview questions people are going to asking. Hardly five questions are there. So those are also I'm going to mentioning here. So if you are really go through these kind of things, Redux related kind of interview questions, you can able to answer. Okay. So I'm going to continue previous session, whatever the interview questions we are written, right? Same file I'm opening and continue that one. So here, people are going to ask in the question is, so what are the three principles that Redux follow? That kind of question is people are going to asking. Okay. So there is a three important principles are number one, single source of truth. Single source of truth. This is one principle. What is the meaning of this one? The state of the entire application is stored in an object. In an object state tree within a single store. The single state tree makes it easier to keep track of changes over time and debug or inspect the application. That is the meaning of single source of truth. Single source of truth means one store is there, one store level value we are going to access it. That is the first principle. Second principle is state is read only. Do not modify that store level value directly. Okay. So we are going to reading the only way to change the state is to trigger an action. Directly we are not changing. Okay. An action is a plain JavaScript object describing the change. Just like just like state is the minimal 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 representation of the change to that data. That is the second principle. At least a principle name you need to remember. Okay. If you're explaining all this kind of sentence, okay. Otherwise, at least you need to say single source of truth. State is read only. What is the meaning of that one? You need to understand. That's why I'm elaborating. Next, third principle is changes are made with pure functions. Okay. In order to specify how the state tree is transformed by actions. Okay. You need pure functions. Pure functions are those whose return value whose return value depends depends slowly on the values of their arguments. So this is the answer is required. At least you need to remember the three important principal names. What are that one? Single source of truth, state is read only, changes are made with pure functions. That is the principle is using Redux. Third party state management, Redux means. Okay. Next, another kind of question is, what do you understand by single source of truth? That is the question people are going to asking. What do you understand by single source of truth? That is the question. Here, Redux uses store for storing the application's entire state at one place. So all the components state are stored and they receive updates from the store itself. The single state tree makes it easier to keep track of changes over time and debug. Same, you need to explain that one. Debug or inspect the application. This is the kind of question people are going. Sometimes people are going to ask me, list down the components of Redux. List down the components of Redux. List down the component of Redux. Here, Redux is composed of the following components for understanding purpose. First one is what? Action. Action is the component. What is the purpose of this one? It's an object that describes what happened. Suppose increment, decrement, these are the actions. Okay. Next, second one is reducer. Reducer. It is a place to determine how the state will change. That is the second component. And third component is store. Excuse me. Excuse me. Store. Here, state or object tree of the entire application is saved in the store. Next, fourth one is view. View is nothing but a simply displays the data provided by the store. So these are the four important components are available in the third party state management Redux level. Okay. Next, sometimes people are asking, show the data flow through Redux. The diagram already shared, right? At the time of explanation. That diagram you need to remember. If you have forgot that one, please refer Redux kind of video. That video level, it is available. You can able to see. Otherwise, you can open this browser and type here Redux. This is the one. Overview. See here, it is available diagram also it is available here. This is the diagram. This is the diagram. I hope you people are remember this one. You need to use this diagram and explain the flow. Okay. What the significance of store in Redux like that? Sometimes people are going to ask in the question. So next question is, what is the significance of store in Redux? So a store is a JavaScript object that is a common which can hold the application state and provide a few helper methods to access the state and dispatch action and register listeners. The entire state object tree of an application is saved in a single store. Whatever the points above we are going to discuss, all the points you need to explain. Okay. Here I'm going to writing how to explain all the points. Here you need to explain a store is a JavaScript object which can hold the application state and provide a few helper methods to access the state, comma, dispatch actions and register listeners. The entire state or object tree of an application is saved in a single store. As a result of this, Redux is very simple and predictable. Okay, we can pass middleware to the store to handle the processing of data as well as to keep a log of various actions that change the state of stores. Okay, next, all the actions return a new state via reducer. Okay, reducers. So this is the way you need to answer. Sometimes people are simple kind of way. People are asking, what are the advantages of Redux? What are the advantages of Redux? So I'm going to give simple kind of a points. Predictable of outcome. That is the first one. Predictable or predictability. Here I'm going to say predictability of outcome. That is the first point. The second one is maintainability. And third one is server-side rendering. Next, developer tools. Redux developer tools are available. Redux developer tools. Next, community and ecosystem support is available. Community and ecosystem provided. And next one is easy of testing. Easy of testing. Next, organization. Organization is organizing that application is very easy. So organize or organization. So these are the points you need to remember that one. Like that, if we are going to discussing a number of things are there. Okay. Next, another kind of one is how to connect backend application. Which library you are using to connect the backend application? Which library or libraries using to connect backend application? Which one you are using? Axios. We are using third-party Axios library and connect backend application. So whenever you are developing full stack application, backend and front end, what kind of problem you are facing? What are the challenge you are facing? What kind of problem you are facing to connect backend APIs? Whether really you are working or not, checking purpose, people are asking this one. We are getting cross origin problem facing because of backend is different kind of tool or technology or something. You need to write that one. So suppose if it is a Java at the rate cross origin kind of annotation, people need to use that one. That is the purpose we are using. Okay. Next, another one is we need to understand. Another one is routing related kind of one. One component to another component. How to communicating. So we are using React router dog and connecting one component to another component. Like that, you need to explain. Next, another one is, do you know how to use cloud database? Which one you are aware? This is the question. Yes, I know one of the cloud database is nothing but Firebase database. Okay, so this is the one. But real time, mostly working with backend technologies only, like Spring Boot and C Sharp, okay, and Node.js, Node, etc., backend technologies. Okay, that is the way you need to answer that one. Okay, so do you know how to integrate Bootstrap? Do you know how to integrate integrate Bootstrap into React. Okay, so you need to specify here. Yes, I know multiple ways, but my project level through npm, through the node package manager, install and add import statement into index.js file. Even though some custom CSS separate file also added into app.js file. So separate file we are going to writing that one also. How app.css file we are going to adding, same kind of way we are going to adding that one. That is the way you need to specify this one. Next, did you involve deployment? Did you involve or did you implement deployment? That is the kind of question people are going to asking. Just we are going to I'm aware that one my team leads are doing that one. Just aware on build process, but my team lead will take care. Okay, take care that one. That is the way. How to build this one? npm build. Okay, that is the important thing. You need to remember that one. Do you implement deployment like that? People are asking. Just I'm aware on build process, but my team lead will take care. So how, what kind of version control you are using in our project? What kind of version control? What kind of version control? Your team. What kind of version control your team using? You need to say GitHub, or else if you know GitLab also you can use GitLab. Similarly, same kind of it is going to working. Next, another one is version control system. How you are going to get the task? How you are going to receive the task? How you are received task? So you need to say through the Jira. Jira is the project planning tool. You can watch one small video, Jira, how to use, how to receive the task, how to update that one. Just to watch one sample video, YouTube level it is available, just awareness purpose. Okay. Why? Because why I'm going to explaining all these kind of things. If you are going to climb any kind of experience, at least the terminology is important, right? That's the reason I'm going to explaining how you are received task. We are receiving task through the Jira tool. Okay, Jira tool. Any kind of problem is there, any kind of bug is there, so that and all we are going to discussing through the Jira tool only. Like that, you need to explain. Okay, and you need to say here and discussing stand up call. stand-up call. Where we are. Where we are. Based on that, project level, each and every people or team members, each and every team members knows what happening in the project. So these are the things you need to understand. If we are going to see any YouTube level front end React interview questions, you may get some more videos. I'm going to take in here some unique kind of interview questions. My practicing purpose, you need to spend some time before attending the interviews. Please watch those kind of things also. Don't take the answers. Take the only questions. Okay? Based on that, you need to do some R&D and find out the right solution. Who knows? Every answer is correct or not in the YouTube level, right? So that's the reason, take the questions, do some kind of R&D and get the right answers and prepare the notes. Once and twice you need to prepare so that you can able to clear interviews.